Afternoon, everyone. Sunday the 21st of April, 20 to 3. Beautiful day, sun's up. We're in the usual place. I wasn't going to make this video till later in the week because I didn't think I'd have time, but due to other things, I didn't get Billy Boy out for much of a run this morning, so I want to get him back out, give him some brain work. At the moment, as you can see, he's sat there. We're just working on some sit. That's all it is. Even that's training to him. So this is all around why do people fail most of the time with puppies, but with rescue dogs as well. And it's quite simple. Everything happens too quick. They try to do, they teach their dog like a sit command in the house, and they teach it to sit, it can't move till it does, and then suddenly they open the door to a load of people they've invited round, the dog moves, and they go, why is the dog not getting it? Well, because you set them up to fail. The simplest terms for me is, it's like chucking somebody who can't swim into the deep end of a swimming pool without a rubber ring. Can't possibly survive, can't succeed. And a lot of this is around what we call the 3Ds. Distance, distractions, and duration. So I'll explain it. I'm just going to chuck a ball for Billy Boy. Sit up. Wait. So with a young puppy that you're teaching predominantly heel work, or you might be doing a bit of recall as well on the long line, or no long line but recall. Duration. Puppies to start with. Drop. Good boy, come on. If I... Let me just pip him back. If I had a puppy... Billy! If I had a puppy... come on. Duration. What are we looking at? For me, 5 to 6 5-minute sessions a day. Just little and often. And that wouldn't be till they're about 16 weeks. Before that, it might be 1 or 2 minute sessions in the house or the garden. Why? Well, because puppies are like children, they have a short attention span. So whilst they've got that attention span, that's where you come for your success. Distractions come from things like scent. You know, like, again, everything I discussed in this video today is based on my knowledge. It's not an opinion, this is knowledge of 26 years of training, behavioural problems, and just the amount over the years of inquiries I've had with people with these problems, and I've told them exactly what I'm going to tell everybody else now. Distractions, okay? If I was buying a puppy tomorrow that was 12 weeks old, had all its jabs, it could go out, we would spend 2 to 3 weeks just training in my house and in my garden. Then we would go out, and the training, the heel training, would be done on a footpath where there's a little bit of scent. Then I would go to a field opposite my house where there's a little bit of scent, but probably different things, like maybe an odd fox, bit of a deer maybe, or a lot more dogs and cat. But I still only be out 5 minutes. So that is one of the reasons why I don't believe that these puppy classes inside village halls and places like that are any good. That's my opinion. That one is my opinion. Why? Because I've had people come to me that have been to those classes, and they get a certificate at the end of the 6 weeks saying my dog was brilliant. Then they go back to their house and they go for a walk around a country park like this, where up here you've got foxes, deer, rabbit, pheasants, and suddenly the dog doesn't walk to heel. So now they got to go back and start again. So why not just start your training? So like, if this was right outside my house, 5 minutes, 5, 6 times a day, heel work on this. And then it would be 3 times a day for 10 or 15 minutes. A little bit of recall in this environment. Why not train your dog in the environment you're going to walk it in? But you've got to take it time. Then people go, yeah, but I haven't got time. I work 7 till 5. Well, the answer to that is why you get the puppy. Because if you haven't got time, why you get one? Not fair on the puppy for definite. The only one that's going to fail will be the puppy. It'll be your fault, but the puppy gets reowned. So duration, the amount of time you're out, little and often, is the way forward. Distractions, that can come in various forms, like I say. It could be scent, it could be prey drive. See a rabbit or a fox or a pheasant or something, that's prey drive. Distractions like that, other dogs can be distractions, squirrels, everything. But probably the biggest one is distance. You say to people, walk your dog up and down your road to heel 5 times a day for 5 minutes. Yep, okay. A week later, you're out driving around and you see those people 3 miles from their house trying to walk this dog to heel. Dog's pulling, spinning around on the lead, arms are all over the place, waving their leads around. Why? Because you've just gone too far too soon, just because you don't want to be seen to be only training your road. But bear in mind, all your friends that say, oh, come out for a lovely walk around the countryside, we'll go out for a 4-hour walk and stop at a pub. They ain't the one that's got to go away and train the dog after, are they? It's your dog. So anyone that knows me will tell you, even now with Biddy Boy, if somebody contacted me whose dog was untrained, as in they had done nothing at all, and said, can we go out for a nice walk? I would say, thanks for the offer, but no. Because if their dog's got bad habits, I don't want to get bad habits, although I don't think he will. If somebody's dog has got a reasonable recall, then yeah, I will go out for a walk, because we'll use him to help their dog with a recall, because dogs can learn off dogs. So I'll recall him, their dog will follow, and we build it that way. I don't go out for pack walks. I don't meet up with 10, 15 people and go for a nice walk. That's my choice, because I want this sort of focus. I haven't even told him to sit. He's just sat, he's just watching the birds flying around over the valley. Sit your bum down. He's obviously got a set, there's a pheasant shoot right over the side of the road, so he got the sniff of that. And that's my choice. It doesn't mean I'm an antisocial person. It just means if anyone ever comes out to me and watches me train this dog, he has 2 sessions a day, and the whole time I want focus from him, but he has every right to have focus from me. Not walking along talking, and then he's doing something I don't want him to do because I'm not paying attention, or he does something I expect him to do and I don't praise him for it because I'm too busy talking. And if you notice, like I can tell you now, quite often when I'm out, this stays in my pocket, and quite often if I come up somewhere like this, I'll leave it in my truck. I don't even take it with me, and if I'm in a lesson, I never answer my phone, ever. So because people deserve, when they're paying me, they deserve to have my attention. So duration, distractions, and distance. That is the 3 reasons people fail with their dog. They go too quick, listen to their friends, want the ultimate, they want the ultimate dog. They want a dog that they can walk off lead when they recall comes back. Yeah, they get that, but they see, now he won't move for that test ball. No, he should. Look at me in a minute. Billy. Wait. They worry about, what's the saying? Keep it up with the Joneses. Is that what they say? Billy. Here. Good boy. So that's a fine example. Drop. Sit up. Pheasant's the other side of that. He's probably just seen one sat there, but there's a road there. So the saying is keep it up with the Joneses. They worry about what people are going to think of them because they're walking up and down their road. Well, anyone that's ever lived by me will tell you I spend months walking up and down my road, and I'm sure my neighbours think I've basically got some sort of mental health problem because I zigzag across fields doing heel work and doing turns and doing sits and doing recalls. But then I get this. I come out here on a day like today, no stress, no worries, with my best mate, and we just have fun. Because I've done that, I've done all that. He's 2 now, but I'm still training him. And this is what people forget. So puppies are probably the biggest one for this. If you're getting a puppy, or you've just got a puppy, please watch this and please, please, please take it on board. Because I can tell you now, if you don't, you will fail. You will fail. And then you'll get to a point in a year's time where you'll be messaging somebody like me and going, can you help because our dog pulls? Because the first thing I'll say to you, if your dog pulls, is what training have you done? Ever taught your dog heel? Oh no. Well, there you go. And if you have done heel, I'd imagine you've done it with no scent in a village hall or a sports hall, and now you're wondering why your dog's nose hit the ground, especially these lot. Put him in a bush here, he's gone. He'll go up 3 levels. Sit up. So it's just about, that's going to roll all the way back down. Marvellous. Wait. So we'll run past it to start with, where it landed. There you go, and then you'll follow the scent back down. And then watch my videos to tell you about the DNA look. So that's where it's first bounced. He's going the wrong way, and he'll turn in a minute because you go, there's no scent up here. So yeah, so it's just a case of, you've got to take your time with this. When you buy a puppy, I say to people straight away, the first thing I'll say is, what do you want from this dog? And I'll say right off the first year. Good boy. Sit up. Right off the first year. Have no expectations of going for lovely countryside walks. Have no expectations of anything. Spend the first year, train. Even after that year, you'll still train. But instead of doing 5-minute walks a day, it might be 2, 35, 40 minutes walks like I do with Bill. And you can just relax and walk. Because you've put the foundations in. Can't build anything without foundations. Nobody's ever had an extension without foundations. And by rushing it with your puppy, you're trying to cut corners, and the only one you're cheating is your dog. And it's always the dog that gets the blame. So if you're watching this, you've got a puppy and you wonder why you're failing, it's because you're trying to walk too far, you're staying out too long to try and tire your puppy out that's walking 5 miles. And why is he not walking to heel for that 5 miles? Because he doesn't know how to. Cut the walks down, cut the distance down, and cut them out of distractions. For an example, if I taught Billy a place command, so if I had, say if 2 people live in my house, say, and I teach him a place command. So when we walk in, place, he goes to his bed and he has to wait until we go to him to stroke him. Then that's great, he'll learn that. Then I start adding a 3rd person coming in. So I might say to one of my kids, when you come round, I'm going to say place the dog, don't stroke him unless he goes to his place. But if I don't do that, if I only train Billy Boy with me and one other, and then I decide to have 18 people around for a barbecue because we're starting to get a bit of a summer, and they all come walking through the door and I'm like, oh, how are we? Lovely to see you. Put your beers over there. There is no way in this world that dog is going to sit on that bed. Because I've just taken him from the shallow end, wearing a rubber ring and 2 rubber armbands and having a float to keep him up, and I've chucked him in the deep end with nothing. I expect him to get it, and he won't get it. And then what'll happen is I'll keep my calmness would go, and I'd shape him, get to your bed. And he's going, I don't know what to do, there's too many distractions. And that's my fault. That is not his fault, that is my fault. So if you're watching this and you're failing, or because the dog's pulling after a certain amount of time, or you're trying to walk too far, you've got to stop it now. Cut down the distance you walk. Cut down the amount of time you're out, and cut down the distractions. Get some focus from your dog to start with, and when it starts going right, then slowly add these things in. So if you're out for 5 minutes now, and at round about 4 minutes your dog starts to get a little bit weary and starts to play up, just stick to 4 minutes so that you guarantee success. Then in a week's time, then go to 5. Then another week's time, maybe go 6 or 7 and build it. If you're walking a mile now, great. If you can get out for a mile and back when he doesn't pull. But if he's pulling, cut it down. Really, people, you've got to understand that a puppy is not a pre-programmed. It's not like a computer. It doesn't just turn up in your house and goes, right, I know what to do, just leave me be and I'll crack on. It needs you to press the right buttons. And at the moment, people are getting puppies and they're expecting it to produce a PowerPoint presentation when actually it's only learned to send a bloody email. You've got to get on top of this. There's too many dogs in rescues. There's too many dogs being given up through the failures of the owners, not the dog. Rescue dogs slightly different. But again, rescue dog. Let's imagine a rescue dog that's maybe had a bad life. Get that. It's happened. It's not right. Should never be right how dogs get treated, but it's happened. You now take this dog on. First 4 weeks, let that dog in your house. Build a bond with it. Toilet train it. Nothing else. After 4 weeks, you got to go. These are the rules of my house now. When we go out for a walk, this is what I want you to do. Even if it's never had any training or it's had loads of training, set your stall out early. Because if you don't do it after 4 weeks, you wait 6 months, that dog's now going, got me feet under the table here, little growl and they leave me alone. And it'll all go wrong. Mark my words. Don't have to believe me if you don't want to. Somebody who's been in that situation, and they'll go, why didn't I get told this when I got my dog? And as I say to everyone, if you've got any questions, people, you can message me. I don't charge to reply to messages. If you've got any real problems, I can message you. Don't charge. If you want a lesson, you want my time, that's what you're paying for. It's my time and my expertise. Anyway, I really hope this was helpful. It's not a rant, it's just I want people to get this right so badly, but I still see people sort of ignoring advice. And you just got to get this in your heads. Okay? Anyway, enjoy what's left of this weather. Apparently it's like it's all week, which is great. Enjoy it. Spend time with family and friends. And as always for me, give your dogs a cuddle from me. Best things in the world. Take care, everyone.